Hello again. Now, the public sector has not been very innovative, with the services sector bottom of the global rankings. That's according to the Public Service Commission. Today, it's hosting a meeting in Ekurhuleni focused on how government can use ICT, that's information and communication technology, to enhance service delivery. So what could the role of ICT be in service delivery? Well, let's find out what the discussions are focusing on. I'm joined now by one of the commissioners. That's Public Service Commissioner Yasmin Bacchus. Ms. Bacchus, good afternoon. Welcome to today, and thank you very much for your time. Well, you've been at this round table today, you as the Public Service Commission, looking on government in terms of ICT technology for service delivery. So far, how have the deliberations been going?
Good afternoon, Mr. Moyane, and good afternoon to the viewers. Thank you for the opportunity to discuss our roundtable. It's very important. We've had a very, very productive day. Lots of frank contributions that are coming out from our roundtable. And we have key role players here, such as CETA, the Department of Communications and Digital Technology, National Treasury, and various other departments and our other stakeholders as well from the whole ecosystem of IT.
Yeah, now ICT is very important, and I mean, we already live in the digital world, and the pandemic has dragged all of us into this digitized high-tech world today. So, but for service delivery, it's critical that it is used as an enabler.
Well, you know, the Public Service Commission, as a state of organ with its oversight role, has been conducting inspections, throughout this financial year, throughout the country. And we've noticed that one of the bedrocks of our challenges is the ICT support and service. And so we decided that we have to take the leadership on this, in that it most affects service to citizens. And so this is where we are at this stage, to bringing everybody around the table, looking at how we can stop making 4IR a buzzword, stop making it just something we mention into the annual performance plans, and we see it as a game changer to delivering better services, more efficient services to the people of South Africa, and of course to build on the trust between the citizens and the state, and to build a capable and ethical state.
Now, what is the understanding that in your research, in your inspection, in your oversight, you've now heard about the nature and extent of the challenges in terms of ICT enabling service delivery?
I think the first thing that has struck us from today, and I was making this comment earlier on the platform, is that the presentations that came through with each of these participants, each one of them was saying what they are doing individually. And that's exactly where the problem lies, because there's no coordination, there's no collaboration, and we're not using common solutions. And therefore, we have to look at a state where we have some kind of platform that integrates the IT ecosystem. We don't need to have a one-size-fits-all approach, but certainly we have to be talking to one another in this space, just for the efficiency of delivery of services to the citizens. So we can't always be having individual strategies without bringing ourselves together at some point for integration on common and transversal basic services to our people.
Yeah, I mean, where ICT works in public service, you can actually see the results. Recently, I had to apply for a new passport at Home Affairs, and I went on their portal. I did online application, and then I had to go to the office to get my my fingerprints taken and my picture taken. It was all very seamless, but that's when it's working. Infrastructure, though, can be a problem, because around the same time, there was an issue. I mean, I could not pick up my passport there because they said the line from CETA, which is the state IT agency, had broken down. What are the infrastructure challenges?
Well, you've hit the nail on the head, Mr. Moyane, because really aging infrastructure, low capacity and low skills in the public service is what we are facing. And, downtime affects, I think people are not really conscious of how downtime of our systems really affects the citizen, especially the vulnerable, the elderly, people who don't have monies to keep coming back over and over again to service points. And I think this is our concern as the Public Service Commission. So the good news is that a lot of the departments are reporting that they have done analysis of the infrastructure. They are looking, obviously, to improve the infrastructure, to make it compatible to what is needed for the services, and to make it compatible to the solutions that they are buying. Because the other problem we have is that people are buying solutions and they're trying to fit it in with aging infrastructure, and it's obviously not working. So, just like we upgrade our phones and upgrade our operating systems on our laptops, we've got to also upgrade the operating systems throughout the infrastructures. So I think that is taking place. I think Department of Home Affairs is really trying to make a lead in this direction, and we commend them for that. And they are, I think Treasury is also coming in slowly. It's phasing in the integrated financial management system, which is going to bring some kinds of transversal procurement services, etc., to an integrated platform. So we are moving in that direction. Not fast enough, though.
Yeah, the pace will have to pick up because the digitalization process globally is moving very fast. The question in terms of solutions, you said one of the things you've picked up as the Public Service Commission is a lack of coordination in terms of how the various departments are working, but also in identifying and finding and purchasing the right ICT solutions. There should be a coordination and integration. It will even save a lot of money if the government was shopping for solutions or purchasing solutions as one entity rather than the different parts, because that will also help you, I think, with governance. What do you think?
I certainly think there is a need for a body where we're not just relying on one agency, but we are relying on a few agencies to sit together and guide this process and guide the exorbitant costs that are being demanded for solutions as well in government. And once we get to that stage and we have the right expertise and we have people coming around the table with common purpose, we will get somewhere. The exorbitant costs that are being demanded for IT services when you want to increase your solution or you want to transform your solution in your department is just something we can't deal with in the fiscus right now. And so we will need to have these conversations. And one of the reasons why we've opened up this roundtable platform is to have these frank conversations and an open and a free space to be able to hear from people who are directly affected or who are directly leading it. But, one of the things that's also coming out from this is that we need to convince executives that IT is not just a support service, that it's going to be a game changer. And it's not a buzzword. And so we have to start to put money behind it. We have to attract the necessary skills and start to see it as part of our paperless strategy.
Yeah, that paperless strategy is going to dominate our lives. I mean, digital is going to become bigger and bigger in the physical world, and it's very clear now with the emergence of things like the metaverse and virtual reality. And I mean, younger people who are citizens of the country, who are future leaders, are engaging on some of these new exciting technologies and stuff, and they get frustrated when they interact with the public service and they're not getting any joy, and they wonder why. So what's next? I mean, there's a round table now. In your planning, in your inspection, in your oversight, what should we expect will be the next steps? For example, in the acceleration of the adoption of the appropriate technology across the public sector?
Well, we don't see today's roundtable as an end product. We have had a few stages building up to the roundtable. We are going to obviously work scientifically with what's on the table, the repurposing plan for CETA and other plans by different departments. DPSA is also speaking to their new model. We're going to obviously analyze all of this and make firm recommendations, because that's within our mandate and our powers as the PSC in the Constitution, and send these recommendations directly to Parliament. And we have a lot of support. In fact, we have holistic support from the Minister of DPSA, and as well as from the Portfolio Committee Chairperson, Honorable Maneli, for the Portfolio Committee on Communications and Digital Technology. So we have got a lot of support, and we're hoping that our report and our recommendations throughout these deliberations will be taken seriously, and that we can put timeframes to how these things are going to be adopted. And of course, perform oversight as per our mandate in the Constitution to make sure that at some stage we start to push the frontiers of time and push the frontiers of ICT so that our people get efficient, effective services, and that we build the trust between government and the people, and that we are able to build a capable state with professional public servants.